Social Media All-Stars. We love and appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for everything. Thank you for those likes, for those shares, for your comments. What you guys are doing is making a difference. Thank you for helping us choose the clips. We have a rock star social media team. If you would like to be a part of that team, please contact our church office and get involved. It's really simple. It's really simple to be a part of it. So reach out to us at UPCHURCH and UPCHURCH.org and let us know that you want to be a part.
Hey friends, I have an exciting announcement for you today. It is the first day to register for summer classes. We have 2 dynamic classes being offered this semester, and I want to encourage you to enroll today. The first class is going to be in the mornings on Sunday at 11:30 a.m. And the class is called The Game of Life and How to Play It. It's a powerful class based on the text by Florence Scovel-Shinn. You're going to enjoy it. Tommy Milner is the teacher of that class. Trust me, she is getting ready for you. You're going to enjoy it a lot. And it's really based on the basic truth principles and how to use them in your life. It's a very practical basic truth class. The second class being offered at 3 p.m. Pacific is our Bible 2 class. This is where you begin to learn how to do metaphysical Bible interpretation. And John Downey is teaching this class. It's going to be dynamic. I know that both teachers are getting ready for you. All that you need to do is register. Go to upchurch.org and register today.
Okay. I'm going to try to make this quick. Some great things are happening. So the first thing is that Sunday, June 13th is UFBL Founders Day. Our guest minister is the Reverend Galen McDowell from Christ Universal Temple. Don't miss next week. It's going to be awesome. He's going to be sharing things that he learned as a protege of the Reverend Dr. Johnny Coleman. Also, next Sunday is UFBL Day, and so we're encouraging everyone to wear their UFBL t-shirts, whether you buy a new one, see the link in the show notes, or you wear one from a previous Panorama of Truth. Make sure you wear your shirts. And then after service is our annual meeting. Very important. Come attend. It's the same link that we use for the after party. We're going to be sharing with you information about our return to the building. We're going to be voting on new board members, and the meeting is open to the public, but only our members vote. So be there. Can't wait to see you.
Open your eyes, heart like these arms wide open. This is your time to live in your sacred purpose. See what's prepared for you. The choice is only good. Joy everlasting. Life can be good without ceasing. Love knows no bounds. It's for us through each and every season. See what's prepared for you. The choice is up to you to accept it. Open up your mind, receive it, accept it, say it. You may be tired, there's comfort in how you've done things. Your strength decides. It's in you at every moment. He'll never force himself on you. accept it. Open up your mind, receive it. Leave your past behind, accept it. Open up your mind, receive it. Accept it. And say yes. Say yes to your dream. Say yes. Say yes. It's good, it's good, it's good. Your purpose is good. Say yes. All you have to do is say yes. Say yes.
Say yes. Today is all about saying yes. Yes. Say that with me. Say yes. Yes. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Come on in. Welcome to Understanding Principles. You got a chance to get a glimpse of our amazing, amazing worship team. I'm so impressed and so proud of them. Thank you so much for that beautiful, beautiful original song. Now, let's take a few moments to do some housekeeping. First things first, if you're watching this on YouTube, go ahead and hit that share, hit that like button. Send this out to someone that you know needs to hear it. If you're on Facebook, same thing. Make sure that you like our page, that you set yourself up to receive notifications when we upload new content. Your support is making a difference. Those shares are increasing our reach. Thank you. Let's take a moment to open today's service in prayer. And we're coming to the end of a series, so I want to pray a little bit differently today, if you would just go with me. Father, Mother God, we have been working to open our minds to receive. Our intention has been to become better receivers of the good that you have for us. We know that in our spiritual escrow is an unlimited amount of good. All the love that we desire, all the joy that we desire, all the wealth and the happiness, whatever it is in whatever forms. And what we ask right now is that these lessons anchor themselves in our hearts and our minds. I thank you that what we do here on Sunday has a lasting impact in our lives, that we move more in alignment with you, that we walk more in step with our spiritual Father, Mother God. I thank you, God, for equipping the people of UPCHURCH to take this message and put it on its feet in their life, in their world, and in their affairs. And I bless those that may be finding us for the first time. May this message today touch you and lift you right to where God desires for you to be. May we be the puzzle piece that completes the question that may have been on your heart. I thank you, God, for all of the families that are gathered here. And I ask that what we do here at UPCHURCH have a positive, lasting impact in the world. May what we do glorify you in us and in all people. I thank you, God. I know that you hear me when I pray. And so I just relax. I allow this prayer to be so. And so it is. Today is going to be such a good service. I can't wait. Oh, I'm so excited that you're here. If I didn't say it before, I'm Reverend Sherri James. I'm the Senior Minister for Understanding Principles. We've got some exciting stuff, but before we get into it, let me share with you our vision and our mission. Our vision is to love every person up to their true identity and to their highest potential for the greater good of all. We are on a mission to express God's divine love through teaching spiritual principles, worship services, fellowship activities, and community outreach. And our theme this year is Open Your Mind. Open your mind. Listen, in order to have what God has for you, you are going to need to open your mind. And so I want to encourage you to stretch. I want to encourage you to just open up. Get a bigger, in order to have more, you got to be more. And it starts with opening your mind. We are wrapping up a series today called Open Your Mind to Receive, based on the book by the same title by Catherine Ponder. And my sermon today is entitled Say Yes. Say yes. Let's say that together. Say yes. All right, before we do that, let's take a moment. We want to slow down, make sure that we are good soil for what is to come. Right where you are, the power and the presence of God is. All the joy that you desire is right where you are right now. All the peace that you desire is right where you are right now. It's not coming, it's already present. So let us sit comfortably in our seats. Let us relax and just begin to breathe. The mantra we want to hold today is yes, God. Take a deep breath. And as you exhale, affirm, yes, God. Yes, God. Yes, God. Yes, God. That relationship that you've been asking for. Take a deep breath. Yes, God. That financial overflow that you've been asking for. Take a deep breath. Yes, God. That feeling of peace, that peace of mind that you've been seeking. Take a deep breath. Yes, God. That restoration of your health that you've been asking for. Take a deep breath. Yes, God. Those improvements that you've been seeking in your relationships with your family, with your co-workers, with your friends. Take a deep breath. Yes, God. Whatever comes to mind. Yes, God. Every blessing rides in to our lives on a yes. And we welcome it. We let it know that we're ready for it by saying, yes, God. Yes, God. As we bring this moment of quiet to a close, we just affirm, yes, God. Yes. Yes to all the good that I desire. Yes. When you're ready, you may open your eyes and just sit quietly, giving thanks. With that simple step, you just made yourself more receptive to God's good. Receive.
Thank you so much for that beautiful meditation. Let's just take another deep breath together. Are you feeling more centered, more connected? Maybe even a little bit of an energy charge? That's the power of meditation. I want to say hello and welcome to all of you who are joining us for the very first time or who've been clicking in maybe a few times you've come to check us out. I want to say I'm so grateful that you are here. I'm Reverend Sheree Thompson, and it is my absolute joy to stand before you and welcome you into this powerful community. UpChurch is a space where you can plant yourself and grow spiritually. Our entire church is designed for you to grow spiritually. Everything that we do is about helping you remember, helping you realize who you really are, and to tap into the divine essence that you are and bring it into expression. I want you to know that you have absolutely walked into the right place at the right time with the right people. Thank you for making that choice. I'm going to ask you to consider another choice. Consider joining UpChurch. We would love to have you. We would love to have you and to grow spiritually with you. In order to do that, you just need to take that first step and let us know you're interested. Go ahead and click right there, UpChurch at upchurch.org, and let us know you're interested. Just say, I'm interested in being a member. Tell me what to do next, and we'll be sure to give you your next steps. In the meantime, though, I want you to know who you're worshiping with, that you have really walked through the doors of a powerful place with some loving, wonderful people. And so we're all going to introduce ourselves to one another using our spiritual names. And so what you'll do is you'll take your I am and you'll connect it with the power of God, with the spiritual quality, right? So we're going to take I am and you can connect it to love, power, peace, any quality of God. We're going to do that together. So I want you to right now in the chat, go ahead and speak your spiritual name. I love speaking my spiritual name. Today and always, I am love. What's your spiritual name? What's your spiritual name? Go ahead and put it in the chat. Write it in the comments. Speak it out loud. Don't let the moment go by without you declaring who you really are. We're so grateful to be with you today. We're so grateful that you said yes and you came to worship with UpChurch. I don't care what time it is, if it's live or not. You are here now experiencing the power and presence of God with us, and we are just at joy. I want you to enjoy this service. You're getting ready to hear the daily inspiration for better living, and then I'll be right back with you.
The way. Following the path of Jesus takes us to a place of true freedom. The perseverance required for the journey resides at the core of us. When we are born into this life, we have everything needed to fulfill our personal journey. The strength required to continue through the ups and downs of life lies within, and taking time in the stillness allows us to open up to our divine essences. Accepting life as it is and remembering that everything changes makes the way easy. Jesus showed us how to be, how to forgive, how to love. The way to freedom comes from following the path Jesus walked. Be still and know that I am God. Affirm, I diligently follow the path of Jesus, my elder brother, in the way shower, for he shows me the route to freedom. Little children, you are from God and have conquered them. For the one who is in you is greater than the one who is in the world. 1 John 4:4.
Thank you so much for that powerful daily inspiration. It's now time for our affirmation of power. This is where we speak the word of power, of truth, to ourselves so that we can feel that power resonate throughout our bodies. We're going to project the power of our spoken words. So I want you to get ready to speak out loud. Now, this month's inspiration is inspired by the UFBL's 47th anniversary. So in honor of the Reverend Dr. Johnny Coleman, who founded the UFBL, who was Reverend Della's buddy, we're going to speak and affirm one of her favorite prayers. It's the prayer of faith. And so I'm going to actually invite you to speak it with me right away. So you're going to see it pop up on the screen. God is my help in every need. God does my every hunger feed. God walks beside me, guides my way through every moment of this day. I now am wise, I now am true, patient, kind, and loving too. All things I am, can do, and be through Christ the truth that is in me. God is my health, I can't be sick. God is my strength, unfailing quick. God is my all, I know no fear, since God and love and truth are here. And so it is. And so it is. Such powerful words. I want to invite you also to check out the UFBL's Facebook page and Instagram account because we are featuring quotes from members all over the world who have shared their favorite memories and their favorite quotes of UFBL leaders. So I invite you to go and take a peek at that. Enjoy the rest of our service.
Hi, UPCHURCH family. This is the Orwade family. And this year for 2021, we are learning to be more empowering parents that empower our children and love them more. We've been taking a class with Sherri Mulligan, and apart from the parenting class that's been really helpful in our home, we've also been learning just to surrender to the process and hold more faith with God, and knowing that He has everything and all is in control and all is well.
We've also learned to release negativity. We just feel like there's no point for negativity in our lives and the lives of the people around us, and we want to be more involved in our community, giving out arms, help, and we just discovered that love is all there is. So the big thing for this family this year is love. Thank you.
Thank you.
I close my eyes and I can see the world that's waiting up for me, that I call my own. Through the dark, through the door, through where no one's been before, but it feels like home. They can say it all sounds crazy. They can say we've lost our mind. I don't care, so call me crazy. We can live in a world that we design. 'Cause every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. Oh, a million dreams for the world we're gonna make. There's a house house we can build. Every room inside is filled from things from far away. Special things I compile, each one there to make you smile on a rainy day. They can say it all sounds crazy. They can say we lost our minds. But I don't care if they call us crazy. Run away to a world that we design. Every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. A million dreams for the world we're gonna make. However big, however small, let me be part of it all. Share your dreams with me. You may be right, you may be wrong, but say that you'll bring me along to the world you see, to the world I close my eyes to see. I close my eyes to see. Every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. It's gonna take a million dreams for the world we're gonna make. For the world we're gonna make.
Wasn't that absolutely gorgeous? Thank you so much, worship team. Jade, your voice is exquisite. Namriko, girl, everything about you is just rocking. Thank you for Chad on drums. Oh my God, amazing, amazing, amazing. And did I hear a guitar in there? Was that Moses? Man, we are so fortunate. A million dreams. We can have the life that we design. We can have the life that we design. And maybe that seems like a bold statement for some of you. Maybe it even makes you feel uneasy. Maybe you get a little, I remember when I first came into UPCHURCH and I heard our offering song. Our offering song was, "You can have as far as you can see." And I remember the uncomfortableness that I had with that, because it felt like, well, are you saying that it's okay to be greedy? I have since come to understand that I'm a co-creator with God. That everything that happens in my life, God makes it possible, but everything that happens in my life, I told God to make it possible. I hope you hear that. I hope you hear that. Everything that happens in my life, God made it possible, but everything that happens in my life, I told God to make it possible. How did I do that? Through my thinking, my feeling, my words, my actions, and my reactions. Sometimes we're so busy being a character in our lives that we have forgotten that we are also the author of our lives. And so today, my sermon is entitled, Say Yes. Say yes. Say yes. You have a miracle power inside of you, and this is the power of agreement. And so everything has culminated in this sermon series to this moment right now. Your miracle power of agreement. Say yes. And our guiding scripture is one of my favorites. It is from Isaiah chapter 45, verse 11. Thus says the Lord, the Holy One of Israel and his Maker. Ask me of things to come concerning my sons. But this is my favorite part. And concerning the works of my hands, you command me. And concerning the works of my hands, you command me. We are in cooperative partnership with God, whether we choose to acknowledge that or not. I'm just saying work with it because you're already in partnership. And so my thesis is that you are the operating power in your life. You are the operating power in your life. Your yes makes it all happen. Your no makes it all stop. You are the operating power in your life. Your yes makes it all happen. Your no makes it all stop. And so you have got to recognize that you have the gift of agreement. You got this. You got this. You came into this world equipped to meet every demand that this world will make upon you. There is nothing that has happened to you that has not also happened for you. Because maybe you came through and you had a really tough childhood. Or maybe you went through an experience in your young adult life that really scarred you emotionally. And I came to tell you that you got this. You came into this world equipped to meet every demand that this world will make upon you. You know, I met someone earlier this week who shared that they had gone through a lawsuit and that lawsuit had drained them of everything. They lost their house, they lost their business, they lost every venture that they were in. Now and this was a person that was clearing gross $1 million+ a year. And in a matter of 5 years, everything in this person's life turned upside down. And I came to tell you that you got this. You came into this world equipped to meet every demand that this world will make upon you. You can pull it out. You can turn it around. Say yes. That's all you got to do is say yes. When you agree with life, then life agrees with you. And always there is ground for agreement. Agree and withdraw in peace. Sometimes we are holding on to something that needs to be released. We need to let it go. We're holding on, we're grasping, and we're going down like a sinking ship, like the Titanic. And really, we need to let it go and float. When you agree with life, life agrees with you. Always there is ground for agreement. Agree and withdraw in peace. See, what you fight to get, you got to fight to keep. And I don't know about you, but I want what sticks to me effortlessly. I don't want to be in a fight to keep the things that are rightfully mine. So if it is not rightfully mine, I desire to let it go. And so I want you to repeat after me. She closes the chapter with this affirmation, but I want to open the sermon here. I came into this life equipped to meet every demand the world makes upon me. But I must be willing to cooperate with life so life can cooperate with me. I declare every situation in my life a success. I have never failed in any experience because I learned from it. Always there is room for agreement. I grant its presence by agreeing with the good. Then I withdraw in peace. All right, I hope you read along with me. We're going to take it a little bit faster. I came into this life equipped to meet every demand the world makes upon me. But I must be willing to cooperate with life so life can cooperate with me. I declare every situation in my life a success. I have never failed in any experience because I learned from it. Always there is room for agreement. I grant its presence by agreeing with the good, then I withdraw in peace. See, most people know about the power of disagreement. Those who are habitually disagreeable. You know people like that? That you trying to get something going and they always got an obstacle. They always can see how it's not going to work out. Those who are habitually disagreeable, who tend to battle their way through life, are more likely to suffer in health or from emotional or financial problems, which are often caused by their fighting attitudes. And so the truth is that what you fight to get, you fight to keep. If you had to fight to get him, ladies, you got to fight to keep him. You want what sticks to you like glue. If you can agree where you can agree and refrain from dwelling on the points about which you cannot agree, you remain in harmony with the universe and with each other. We don't necessarily need to see everything the same way. Let's agree where we can agree and let it go where we cannot. And you have to know that always there is ground for agreement. So agree and withdraw in peace. Find that common ground. Stop trying to make people be what they are not. Stop trying to make yourself what you are not. Own who you are and how you like to show up. And be at peace with that. And you want to practice the principle of agreement in every circumstance. So what do I mean by that? So I told you the story of this person who lost everything and had to really start over in life. And so what you want to do when you find yourself in that circumstance, maybe that's you, where you have lost everything and now you have to start over. You want to agree with the blessings that you do have. And you want to stop fussing about what you don't have. Because see, where attention goes, energy flows. And so if you get busy fussing about what you don't have, about what the children are not doing, about who's not showing up the way that you want them to, what you do is you enliven and energize the very thing that you don't want to see more of. And so you want to accept the blessings that you do have. Take some time, keep that gratitude list, keep your attention focused on what you do have. And when you do that, what happens is that you get in harmony with the universe so that greater good can come to you at an appropriate time. What I'm telling you is that gratitude opens the door to more good. Every thank you that you give to a person, to a place, to a thing, to God, opens the door to more good. Gratitude is God's love language. You know, everybody has a love language, right? You have a way that if you're in relationship with someone, some people like gifts, some people like words of affirmations, some people like sweet things. God's love language is gratitude. And the more you express gratitude, the more life opens up and brings you more. And so the question is, how grateful can you get? And so you want to accept, you want to agree with the blessings that you do have because it puts you in position for more. And so what this comes down to is controlling yourself, because sometimes what interferes with our willingness to stop fussing about the things that other people are doing is really we want to control what other people are doing. We want them to show up for life the way that we want them to show up for life. We are never in charge of what others do. That's not our business. We can't control our children. We can't control our spouses. We can't control our friends. That's not what we are called to do. Creating the life that we desire means definite and deliberate work on ourselves. What I'm working for, see, God and I are a majority as far as my life is concerned. And so there is no line on the document for your dream that requires someone else's signature. You don't need a cosigner in order to have what God desires for you. See, I know that in man's world, you need cosigners. Sometimes they won't give you a car unless you have a cosigner. Sometimes they won't give you a house unless you got a cosigner. And so we have confused the way that man operates with the way that God operates. The only yes, the only signature, the only attitude, the only mind, the only thing that is needed for your dream is you. You are the operating power in your life. You. Your yes makes it all happen. Your no makes it all stop. And so you want to make sure that you are saying yes to the things that you desire. You want to make sure you are saying yes to what you actually want in your life. And when you are fussing about what somebody else is doing or what is not the way that you desire it to be, that is a no. Maybe you didn't know that. Maybe we should stop right there and go back to fundamentals. Maybe you didn't know that every time you fuss about something that you don't like, that is essentially a no to the universe on some good that you desire. Creating the life that we desire means definite and deliberate work on ourselves, and it is an ongoing experience. I have to be so busy with working on me that I really don't have time to think about what's going on with you. Others cannot breathe, eat, or think for us, so we must actively create our own lives if we are to be healthy, wealthy, and happy. This is true everywhere. You don't get full from the food I eat. You don't grow from the books I read. No one can exercise for you. That would actually be a really wonderful invention if it were possible, is that someone could go do the sit-ups and I would have the six-pack. Wouldn't that be wonderful? But that's not really how this thing works. The way that this thing works is that I have got to put the work in. And so I want to give you 3 things to agree with your good. Step 1, you want to physically agree with your good. Step 2, you want to mentally agree with your good. And step 2, 3, wait a minute, I got this wrong. Physically, mentally, spiritually. Step 1, physically agree with your good. Step 2, mentally agree with your good. Step 3, spiritually agree with your good. Mercy. All right, let's get to it. Physically agree with your good. So what does that mean? So we become what we do every day. And so many times we have what we desire, and then we have what we're actually doing, and what we're doing is not at all pointing us in the direction that we desire. And so the question that you want to ask yourself is, are the things that I am doing today in agreement with what I'm asking God for? If you think about what you did this morning, right, before you came to this virtual service, if you think about what you did this morning, and then you think about where you desire to be, let's take it out a year from now, maybe 2 years from now, where you want to be. Are the things that you did this morning in agreement with where you desire to be? You want to make sure that you are saying yes to your good through your daily habits, through your daily practices. And so if health is what you desire, then you want to make sure that there's something you are doing inside of every 24-hour period to manifest and point you in the direction of health. And don't be afraid to take a micro step, right? If you read popular magazines, they would have you believe that you need to exercise 30 minutes a day and all, but maybe that's not where you are. Maybe where you need to start is 2 sit-ups and 2 push-ups. Maybe where you need to start is every day I'm going to read something about proper nutrition. Maybe where you need to start is I'm going to get involved with a group of people who are focused on health. So don't be afraid to take a micro step. You're not looking to be all the way where you would be in 5 years. What you're looking to do is to turn yourself in that direction. And so you want to make sure that physically you are actually agreeing with your good. Physically, you are putting yourself in position for your good to become a real experience. And so you want to begin to examine your life and look for places where you are not physically agreeing with your good. And then begin to add ways, practices, habits in your experience that agree with your good. You don't need to take every step today. You just need to take one step today. So don't worry about tomorrow. Don't even worry about the next moment. What can I do in this moment right now? Because the thing is when the next moment gets here, it will be now. So there really is no next moment. There is only now. When tomorrow gets here, it will be now. So there really is no tomorrow. And there really is no yesterday. There is only this eternal now. And what you want to begin to do is to max out the eternal now with your daily habits and practices. And so you want to balance. It's really, 50%, 51%. It's a simple math. 51% of your time, 51% of every minute of your day needs to be given in the direction of what it is that you do want. But don't be afraid to start small. Maybe you start with 1% of your day that is given to where you want to go. And then you get incrementally better. You start adding incrementally more things. Step number 2, mentally agree with your good. Mentally agree with your good. So this is multifaceted, but the first thing you want to do is mentally declare that your circumstances, both past and present, are working together for your good. Sometimes we can be so caught in where we've been and what we have been through that we have not mentally declared that thing is actually positioning us for where we are right now. And so you want to affirm everything is working together for my good. Everything is working together for my good. Everything is flowing. I am now a match for my good. Everything in me agrees with the good that God promised me. You want to affirm, maybe you just came through a terrible experience, or maybe you have, maybe further in the past. And what you want to affirm is that the next step in the divine plan of your life is now appearing. One of my favorite things to say is that today you get the next piece of the puzzle, Sherry, that manifests your life. Today you get the next piece of the puzzle. See, I might be so close up on the puzzle that I can't necessarily see all of the different things that are being filled in. But it's also because I'm so close up on it that I don't have the ability to see the panoramic view. But the God in me can see the panoramic view. And the God in me does not look at me where I am and compare where I am to where I want to be and then mock me because I'm not there. And so what I want to do is to begin to realize that I am flowing, that I am moving with this river of life, that I am inviting my good into expression. I'm not fighting my good. And so I want to stop battling in my mind. I want to stop battling what I don't have, and I want to stop battling other people. I want to hand them over to God and be done with it. Matthew 5:25 says, agree with thine adversary quickly. And we think of that as an outer agreement, but also don't fight them in your mind. I had an experience literally this week with someone that I was at odds with. And I was battling. Every time I would look up, I was battling that person in my mind. I'm not having a real conversation with them. I'm just having a conversation in my mind. And finally, I had to work with God and say, listen, I put this person in your hands. I ask you to manage them. They're not my responsibility. I'm not meant to manage them. I'm only meant to manage me. And so I release this matter. I surrender. I let it go. I'm okay with whatever the outcome is. I don't need it to work out. I don't need it to come together. Whatever. I let it go. See, always there is ground for agreement. And what I was agreeing with is that I'm not in charge of this person, and I'm not in charge of their emotions, and I can't control how they respond. And so I agree and withdraw in peace. If the whole thing falls apart, let it fall apart. My good is not dependent on their agreement. They are not the gatekeeper of my good. I am the gatekeeper of my good. And when I stop battling them, I open the gate. Step 3, spiritually agree with your good. Now, this is a big one. This is a big one when we talk about spiritual agreement, because what I'm dealing with here is your understanding of God. This is something that many of us do not spend a lot of time thinking about. But I would submit to you that it really is probably the only thing that you need to think about. Who and what is God? Because our lives are always reflecting the image of God that we embrace. See, you can say God is good all the time, but if you are living a life that is full of sorrow, then you don't actually believe that God is good all the time. Hear that. We are always expressing our true understanding of God. What our lives look like proves what we actually believe. Do we believe that life is fair? We got to look at what our lives look like. I know it's a popular thing to say that life is unfair, but I want you to get that that's a belief. And it's a belief that you can reject. That you can decide life is fair. God is biased toward my success. Everything is working together for my good. Everything is flowing to me exactly the way that I desire it to be. This is what's possible. You have the ability to do that. And so I just want to encourage you to spiritually agree with your good. Take some time and examine your God concept. This really is one of the most challenging things for people to get, is that they have a God concept, because most people believe that their concept of God is God. But I want you to get that no one's concept of God is God. And that what you want to embrace is a continually expanding understanding of God. And so if you want to say, well, what do I believe about God? Not what I say when I'm in a setting and we're parroting what we heard the minister say or what I was taught to say growing up in my household, but what do I actually believe? Because what I actually believe is playing out in my life, world, and affairs. And so I want to get present to that. I don't need to have a conversation with anybody about that. I just need to be clear about it for myself, because then I can do something about it. It really is one of the most important decisions of your life. See, it's not enough to say, I believe in God. You got to follow it up to declare for yourself what kind of God you believe in. And so look at your life. How are things playing out? Are things working out for you? Are things like near misses, you get close and then everything falls apart? Or are you moving from glory to glory? Because however your life is playing out is proof of what you actually believe about God. So when you spiritually agree with your good, what you are actually doing is examining and reforming your God concept. I could do a whole talk on that. All right, let's review. You are the operating power in your life. Your yes makes it all happen. Your no makes it all stop. And so step number 1 to agree with your good is you want to physically agree with your good. Do something every day that agrees with the good that you are calling forth. Step number 2, mentally agree with your good. Affirm to yourself on a daily basis, hourly if you have to, that you are a match for your good. And step number 3, spiritually agree with your good. Make sure you have a God concept that is continually expanding. And how do you get a continually expanding God concept? Is that you got to continually study God. If God is expanding and God is infinite, then as you study God, your understanding of God continues to grow and expand. God bless you.
There is just one life. That life is God's life, flowing free and moving through me. That life is perfect. That life is God's life, my life now. No limits, no bounds. The deeper and deeper I go, it's sweeter than I've ever known. Oh, I'll never stop growing, 'cause love keeps on calling me on. There's just one life, it's God's life. Oh, it's perfect, and it's my life, just one life. It's God's life. Oh, it's perfect, and it's my life now. Love is my purpose, freedom my birthright. Joy unfolds through my very soul. It's time I claim it. Every time I feel it, God is real, the truth of me. Deeper and deeper I go. Deeper and deeper I go. Oh, He's living in my makes my life now.
All right, family, now is the time to set the law of giving and receiving into action for yourself.
I give in love. I give in love, love, love. All that I have and all I receive will be multiplied. I'm in the flow. I'm in the flow, flow, flow. I'm sending it out and it's coming back in. He supplies my every need.
We've made it easy for you to support Understanding Principles. You can text the word UPCHURCH to 73256 to complete your gift. You can use Cash App. Our Cash App ID is $UPCHURCHLA. You can also go to our website, upchurch.org. Choose the button Give Online. And finally, the mail still works. You can mail your gift to Understanding Principles, 600 West Queen Street, Inglewood, California, 90301.
I give in love. I give in love, love, love. All that I have and all I receive will be multiplied. I'm in the flow. I'm in the flow, flow, flow. I'm sending it out and it's coming back in. He supplies my every need.
Let's bless our offerings. Read along with me. Divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. I give in love and I trust God. All right, let's add a declaration with that. I am in the flow. I give generously and I receive lavishly. My Father, Mother, God supplies all my needs. I am divinely supplied. All right, family. Thank you so much for your support. Let's have some announcements and then I'll be back to close this out.
Hey friends, I have an exciting announcement for you today. It is the first day to register for summer classes. We have 2 dynamic classes being offered this semester, and I want to encourage you to enroll today. The first class is going to be in the mornings on Sunday at 11:30 a.m. and the class is called The Game of Life and How to Play It. It's a powerful, powerful class based on the text by Florence Scovel-Shinn. You're going to enjoy it. Tommy Milner is the teacher of that class. Trust me, she is getting ready for you. You're going to enjoy it a lot. And it's really based on the basic truth principles and how to use them in your life. It's a very practical basic truth class. The second class being offered at 3 p.m. Pacific is our Bible 2 class. This is where you begin to learn how to do metaphysical Bible interpretation. And John Downey is teaching this class. It's going to be dynamic. I know that both teachers are getting ready for you. All that you need to do is register. Go to upchurch.org and register today.
Thank you to our social media all-stars. We love and appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for everything. Thank you for those likes, for those shares, for your comments. What you guys are doing is making a difference. Thank you for helping us choose the clips. We have a rock star social media team. If you would like to be a part of that team, please contact our church office and get involved. It's really simple. It's really simple to be a part of it. So reach out to us at UPCHURCH and upchurch.org and let us know that you want to be a part. Okay, I'm going to try to make this quick. some great things are happening. So the first thing is that Sunday, June 13th is UFBL Founders Day. Our guest minister is the Reverend Galen McDowell from Christ Universal Temple. Don't miss next week. It's going to be awesome. He's going to be sharing things that he learned as a protege of the Reverend Dr. Johnny Coleman. Also, next Sunday is UFBL Day, and so we're encouraging everyone to wear their UFBL t-shirts, whether you buy a new one, see the link in the show notes, or you wear one from a previous Panorama of Truth. Make sure you wear your shirts. And then after service is our annual meeting. Very, very important. Come attend. It's the same link that we use for the after party. We're going to be sharing with you information about our return to the building. We're going to be voting on new board members, and the meeting is open to the public, but only our members vote. So be there. Can't wait to see you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for being a part of today. Oh, my prayer is that you truly open your mind to receive. This life is meant to be sweet. This life is meant to be kind. This life is meant to be joyous. And my prayer for you is that you have that. I want it for myself, and I want it for you too. All right, thank you, thank you, thank you. I will see you guys in the after party. Let's take our prayer of protection. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us, and the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and so it is. All right, family, have a beautiful rest of your day. I hope to see you in the after party. Take care.